Let's bring in now Dr. Anthony Fauci. He's the director of the Infectious Disease Department at the National Institutes of Health, and he's part of the White House team leading the battle against coronavirus. Dr. Fauci, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. We are going to get to the government's response, but first, I want to get your reaction to what we heard from President Trump overnight at that political rally. He referred to fears about the spread of the coronavirus as the Democrats' new hoax. Is this a hoax?
No, I mean, I can't comment on what you just asked. I'm just going to comment on what is going on. And what you just showed is that we're having now the beginnings of what's called community spread. And that's one of the things that one needs to be concerned about, because when you have community spread, it becomes more difficult to track down what the original source was. Because countries other than China now are having so many cases like Italy, South Korea, Iran, we will then start seeing individuals in this country with community spread. In other words, no specific attachment to or connection to a known case. So that makes the tracing much more difficult.
Yeah, so you say it makes it more difficult, Dr. Fauci. Help us better understand that. How does that change our ability to combat this, to keep it from spreading further within the United States?
Well, let's take, for example, when people came in from China, and they were immediately identified because we knew who they were beforehand. What you do is you identify, you isolate, and you contact trace, because you know what the index case is. When you have a community spread, someone appears had to have been infected by someone, but you don't know who that person was. So then you have to backtrack and do all of the contact tracing to do the isolation and to get them under an isolation a protocol. That's much more difficult when someone just appears in the community and you don't know what the source of that infection was.
Dr. Fauci, there have been serious questions about the reliability of these tests nationwide. Does every single state have the ability to accurately test for and identify new cases of coronavirus?
You know, it isn't a question of the accuracy of the test. Right now, and there has been some delay there, there's the question of the availability of the tests. And that was something that was a problem that is now being rapidly fixed by the CDC as we're getting many, many more tests out there so that the health departments and even individual hospitals can be able to test much more easily, with the results getting back much more quickly.
So, Dr. Fauci, it's Saturday morning in America. People are waking up right now with real concerns about this. They want to go to malls and movies, maybe the gym as well. Should we be changing our habits, and if so, how?
No, right now, at this moment, there is no need to change anything that you're doing on a day-by-day basis. Right now, the risk is still low, but this could change. I've said that many times, even on this program. You've got to watch out, because although the risk is low now, you don't need to change anything you're doing. When you start to see community spread, this could change and force you to become much more attentive to doing things that would protect you from spread.
Dr. Fauci, quickly, how does this all end?
You know, it ends it depends on the nature of the outbreak. I mean, this could be a major outbreak. I hope not. Or it could be something that's reasonably well controlled. At the end of the day, this will ultimately go down. Hopefully, we can protect the American public from any serious degree of morbidity and mortality. That's the reason why we've got to do the things that we have in our plan.
Dr. Fauci, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We really appreciate it.
Good to be with you.